Welcome to week 8 of 12 weeks of holiday cheer. I'm Nancy Dodge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Each Saturday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific for 4 more weeks, I will share easy paper crafting ideas with you along with my fellow demonstrators. This week we're sharing One Sheet Wonder Christmas cards. So this was our inspiration found on page 42 of the September to December 2025 mini catalog. Some of us participated in an online activity with the Stampin' Up! Staff to cut this up and make these 6 cards. And it was really a lot of fun. So I'm starting with this specific sheet from the Traditions of Christmas. And I cut them up into exactly like the catalog. So I did 4-inch, 4-inch, 8-inch, and then I did 5 1/4, 5 1/4, and then the 2 extra pieces. And then I think it's a 3 1/2 inch, 5 1/4, and 3 3/4. Anyway, I'll show you, but this is the designer paper that I used. Can you see the gold in it? It's really pretty. And this is what's on the other side. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Secret C. All right. So I did a lot of prepping, because I didn't think you'd want to watch me do everything. So first we're going to start with, let's see, I have them all mapped out here. First we're going to start with a simple card. It's one of these. So what I did was I took 3 pieces of cardstock, Real Red, Old Olive, and Secret C. And that's what I'm using for each of my cards. I think this was the first and easiest one. Okay. So here I have the 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And this for the inside. Very simple. Just going to add some seal. Put this on the front. And these can be as easy or as difficult as you want to put into it. Whoops, sorry. Forgot, I got to put this one on first. So I stamped Merry Christmas, and that is from the traditional labels and the traditional label dies that I got with it. But anyway, first I want to put this on the front. I'm just going to put this like so. Very easy. And then put this on the front. But this designer series paper, I think, just speaks for itself. Really. And then I have the traditional sparkling sequins. And I thought I would just put a couple on. You don't really need many. But I think I'll use the green just because I think it'll pop the most. I could be wrong. Alright. And then I'm just going to put this on the inside. Plain and simple. Oh, I ran out of seal already. Stand by. Thankfully, I have a bunch of these ready to go. All right. Just pop it in. And we're ready to go. All right. One more. Now you could do all just cut the designer series paper up and do all of them like this, it will make 6 cards. So here's our first card. Plain, simple, yet pretty. Okay. Next. Alright, this is a little fancier. So I took the stamps. Here's the stamp set that goes with this suite. And I stamped this on the front. And then this, I stamped the flowers. And then I stamped the little insert. And then I stamped the leaves. And then I stamped the greenery for the inside. Okay. And then, so I stamped this in Memento. And then I took these stamps. So Secret Sea, Old Olive. These are all stamps. The flowers. And then the bow. I did in the, I think it's pretty in pink. Could be bubble bath. I can't remember now. But anyway, so that's what I did. Excuse me. And I just have some little extra pieces here. So I'm going to put this on the front. And it really didn't take long with having that the stamps fill it in. I didn't have to color it in. I just stamped it. I'm going to put this on the inside. More so to get it out of the way than anything else. So match it up on 3 sides. There we go. And then I thought I would put this here and this here with some greenery coming out of it. So I'm going to put, I think I'll use dimensionals for it all. How's that? That sounds good, right? Just pop things up. And then this one. And then I'm going to put some seal in the middle so that I can stick my greenery. So last night I did a card class at a local brewery, and I was picking these up all off the floor because the brewery was nice enough to let us use the space for free. So I didn't want to leave any trash lying around. But boy, those can be difficult to pick up. Alright, I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to use, maybe I should just put little dimensionals on the back instead. Then they'll pop up. I got mini dimensionals right here. But I think I only want 3 pieces, so let's do this one and this one and this one. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I stuff them in. I may change my mind. One never knows. But I think that's what I did. I cut a whole bunch just in case. I think I'll just stick with those 3. And then because it's so busy, I'm not going to add any more bling because I think that that gold is enough. Isn't that pretty? So there's our second card. Alright, where did I put the first card? Oh, here it is. Underneath my stamp set. Okay. This one. This. So I used the dies to cut these out of another sheet of the designer series paper from this set. And you know, on the edge, when you start cutting pieces out, you end up with a little bit. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put that on the inside. But I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. I put it in this cute little container and I store it on this little stand that my son-in-law and his business partner make. I have them for sale on my ybstamp.com shop. And the price includes one of these bottles and shipping. So I'm just going to stick this on the side to give the inside a little extra something. Not pretty? Okay. Close my glue because I'm really good at leaving it. Then I forget about it. Alrighty. Yeah, so last night we did the Road to Christmas kit at the brewery. It was a lot of fun. Okay, there's the inside. And then I'm going to do it this way. I suppose I could have put it on the side, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to put this here. No, this way. And then I'm going to put this here. So let's get going. So this was one of those funky sections. I think is it 3 inches? 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to stick it in the middle. And then I'm going to use mini dimensionals for this, just so that I can get all the little nooks and crannies. All right. But this paper is just so pretty. When I saw it, I thought, nah, you know, I don't think I really want it. It's kind of old-fashioned, but you know what? It's really gorgeous, if I do say so myself. I don't think the pictures online do it justice. It really doesn't. Everything I've seen made with it, it just pops. It's just really pretty. Alright, I always do this. I make sure that it shines so that I know I got it all. I'm going to center it. And then I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this flat though, because the edges pop up and I don't want them to pop up. There we go. And then I think I will put a little bling on here. Just some more gold, I think. Because it's pretty. My younger daughter loves all the bling. So we gotta have it. Alright, there's our third card. And you can make many more than just the 6 I'm doing. This is another kind of plain one. And I'm just going to put this inside. Now I have some extra strips of DSP I could cut and put in the middle. I could also do some more stamping on the inside. But I like to do some writing and put a picture in for my cards. Alright, this one's a little more plain as well, with the Secret C base. Alright. And then these were cut from the dies. I have one in Old Olive and one in the Secret C. And I'm just going to put these like this. So again, I'm going to use some of my glue. I'm not going to put it everywhere, just a little bit down the middle, just enough to make it stick. And then this one on top. And then I have a little sentiment and the bow. So I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. And then the bow with the glue because it needs to be assembled. It comes in 2 pieces. It's 1 die, but after I was surprised. I thought it was a solid bow. And then when I looked at it, it came out in 2 pieces, and I went, "Oh, okay." So I'm just going to add some glue. And then this on top, like so. And there we go. There's card number 4. Whoops. I can handle that. Okay. Got a couple more. Let's see. This one. Okay. So also with this suite is the embossing folder wreath. So what I did was I put a piece through with white. Can you see the detail? And I decided that I wanted to stick this right on here. So I'm going to, whoops, forgot to cover my glue. I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal. You can use whatever your adhesive of choice is. And I'm going to center it on this back side of the DSP. And it's just a little bit around the edge to make it pop. And then I'm going to, I know I hate covering this, it's so pretty. Put this on the Secret C. You know, at first the Secret C I thought, but you know what? It really is pretty. It's like a gray blue. It's nice. I like it. Okay. And then, as you see on this page, if you look at the top right one, you can see these 2 pieces like this. So that's what I'm going to do. Stick these down. Like so. Just to add some more dimension. And then I'm going to add dimensionals onto this. I'm going to stick it down the middle because this has, I don't know if you can see it, it's the die with the set, but see, it's optional so that you can like stick ribbons and things in there, but I don't want it to come apart on me. So I'm just going to stick these across here. And then I'm going to add my sparkly to it. Let's see, what color should I use? I don't know, the red matches, but I think we'll go with the gold. Go for the gold. There we go. And then this on the inside. There card number 5. All right, I think I have one card left. So again, this is from the embossing folder. This is from the dies, and this is from the another piece of the DSP, and then I also cut the edge out again. So get the glue and put this on the inside. And I don't want to go too close to the edge because I don't want it to come oozing out. There we go. It doesn't take long to stick, thankfully. Okay. And then this goes on the inside. So I have some other pieces cut. I really could have made like 8 or 10 cards. And it was very hard for me to stop because it was so pretty. I just kept going. All right. This is going here. So I don't know if you noticed, but I did the invert instead of the exvert. Is that right? I don't know. You know what I mean. Right? Right. Okay. And I guess I didn't cut a sentiment out for this. I'm going to put this here. Again, we'll get the glue out. And I'm not going to do all of it. Just enough to prevent it from bending. And I don't know about you, but when I want something to stick sometimes, I pull out some of my blocks and just hold it down while I put my glue away. And then I'm going to put this here with the little mini dimensionals. They just work better with all these little nooks and crannies. Let's see, one more. But you know, you don't have to have a sentiment on every one. Or you could put it on later. I know a lot of people, they just make their cards and then add the sentiments later because they're not sure who they're sending it to or why, or they're all sticking to my nails. Okay. I'm just going to stick this in the middle. And we'll add a little bit of bling to balance out that gold. One more. Okay. So these are just some of the other things that I cut. I was thinking about putting this on here, but so see, really I could make more cards. I have a couple more pieces of the designer series paper. Maybe I'll do that and then post it later so that you can see more than 6 cards. But here are the 6 cards that we just did. Like so. Isn't it pretty? I just absolutely love it. Let's see. All right. So thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you go into the description of this video, and there are links for the other demonstrators so that you can watch their videos too and vote for the ones that you really like. And next week we will have week 9, and we are doing an Advent project. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining me.